What's up, people? Look, I've never done this. I've actually tried to do this recently and it didn't work because my camera crapped out last time I tried to record myself watching something, the Critics' Choice Awards, I think. But we are less than 5 minutes away from the start of the broadcast as I'm recording this. So what this video is going to be, I'm going to piece it together. This will be essentially what will be my intro. I'll piece it together for you guys for all the film awards, basically. So whatever that equals, 15, 20 minutes, whatever that ends up being after I piece everything together. But I'm going to record myself watching the entire broadcast. Like I said, it's just about to start. The countdown clock says 4.5 minutes before starting as I started my intro here. So for the SAG Awards, you know, my predictions are out there. You guys, if you follow my channel, you've probably seen it. I did a video for that, and I'll also use the Award Expert app, so they've been locked in there for a few days also. You know, I realized I went kind of wayward with my picks, and I didn't have the SAG really having an allegiance to any one in particular film. And I thought about that after the fact, and I was like, well, shit, you know, are they going to spread it around like that? But I stayed with, because I thought about that today, and frankly, it was too late, and I don't have the energy to like redo my whole prediction. So I stuck with what I had, because ironically, what I picked for the most part is what I would also kind of like to see, just to have something different. You know, like the whole Kieran Culkin thing, and it's just like boring, you know. So my predictions for the big ones are essentially Honora winning ensemble. I have Kieran Culkin winning supporting, which I would love to see anything else, but I have him winning. Supporting actress, I actually have Ariana Grande winning tonight because I think that'll be the only award she wins, major award that she wins this year. Very, very, very hopeful in pulling for her tonight. She is like my number one thing that I'm watching tonight, along with Timothée Chalamet, who I also predicted to win for actor over Adrian Brody tonight. Again, I don't think either one of those, if they happen, which they're, you know, not obviously the favorite to win tonight, so it would be an upset essentially. And I would have picked an upset. Stay tuned. But I don't know how confident I feel about it. But if those two were to win tonight, it's not going to affect my Oscar predictions, which is another reason why I predicted those tonight. Because if Ariana wins, if Timothy wins, I'm going to be thrilled to see them on stage giving a speech, finally talking about the performance, talking about how Bob Dylan and her talking about her. I mean, she went to see Wicked when she was like 12 years old, and like it was her dream to be in the movie. And I'm assuming that'll all come out in their speeches, and I really want to see that. I don't think it's going to have any bearing on the Oscars. And I'm still going to pick Brody, and I'm still going to pick Zoe to win those awards at the Oscars. But I went with what I think the SAG is more likely to do than the other bodies with those two. And by that same token, I'm predicting Demi Moore to win tonight for actress for The Substance versus Mikey Madison. Now, Mikey Madison, along with Fernanda Torres, are my favorites. But of course, Fernanda's not here at the SAGs. So Mikey would be my pick here tonight. But I think the narrative that Demi Moore has is exactly what the SAGs go for. And I told you guys that when I did my predictions video. So, you know, whether it's, you know, Chadwick Boseman or Brendan Fraser, more recently Michelle Yeoh having a long hiatus in Hollywood and coming back. They love the comeback narrative. They love the underdog narrative. They just love having something in addition to the performance to award. So I think Demi Moore is like the poster child for what the SAGs would give out. So that's why I picked her. The only other thing I picked, so that was all the major categories, right? And the only other thing I picked was the Fall Guy to win stunt ensemble, which that was already been announced. So they did. So I'm 1 for 1 right now going into the show. So I'll piece this together when I edit it, guys. We're about a minute away from the broadcast starting. I'm not going to be able to share a lot of the actual show when I do the edit. At least I don't think I will. Maybe a few seconds here and there, just because I'll get copyrighted. It's Netflix. Believe me, they'll copyright you. You can't even use their logo without a red flag going off. So there won't be a lot of the actual broadcast on this video, but my reactions to the winners. And I'll make sure you guys know what I'm reacting to when the time comes. All right, so that's my intro. Let's get into the Screen Actors Guild Awards. Ariana Grande, Timothée Chalamet. Prayers up. See you guys on the other side. That was a good intro. That was a good cold open. That was a good start. All right, here we go. Starting with my girl.
I grew up in LA and fell in love with the idea of movie making. When I was 13, I booked an ultra-low budget short film and earned my SAG card. But it wasn't until 6 years later, after being cast as a Manson follower in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when my character had a dog food can thrown at her face, was attacked by a pit bull, ran through a sliding glass door, tripped into a pool, and finally was set on fire by a flamethrower, that I finally felt I had started to make it in Hollywood.
Oh, you made it.
I'm Madison, and I'm an actor.
You're goddamn right. Damn. Dude, Bo and Yang again?
On a girl with a hunger.
This dude is everywhere this season, am I right?
And a name to remember.
Kristen Bell. All right. I do love her.
Hi, friends.
There's Timmy.
Welcome to the 31st Screen Actors Guild Awards. I am Kristen Bell, and I'm sorry, Jean.
I saw in this group chat that I was, YouTube channel I was watching earlier, HannahCast, I saw that someone said that they're there at the SAGs, and they said that Kieran Culkin's there tonight. Of course, he's been, missing a lot of award shows. I think he had a family member that was sick during the BAFTAs. And then I think he's in a production of Glenn Ross right now in New York. So he's been missing a lot of the award ceremonies that he's been winning at. And I don't know why I thought it'd be funny if he lost tonight because he's there. I mentioned earlier that it's kind of boring that he's sweeping all season, but he's probably going to win tonight as well, especially with this group. And I'm sure they love him. Oh, here we go. A montage. Gotta love a good montage. I've been making those myself. Nobody called me, though.
And now for the first award of the night.
Oh, boy.
The last showgirl herself and a nominee tonight as well, the glorious Pamela Anderson.
A lot of people forget about her narrative, too, and they're talking about Demi Moore, but she's got one, too. Pamela Anderson.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here tonight amongst kindred spirits to help celebrate the extraordinary work of our fellow actors. The 5 men in this category
here we go.
mesmerize us on the silver screen.
It's Kieran Culkin Award.
A beloved folk icon.
Is anybody else going to get it? Maybe Edward Norton. They love The Complete Unknown.
And a cousin who is in real pain.
I think 5 nominations tonight. 4 or 5.
But each with a fierce commitment to the truth that helps us better understand our shared humanity.
So I've got
Here are the nominees for
Kieran Culkin winning this
role.
with Norton as my alternate.
Yura Borisov, Anora.
Are they going to do clips? Clips. That was good. That was good. He is good in that role for sure.
Kieran Culkin, a real pain.
I've just been making a reel with Punk, I guess, since she died. Just haven't
Jonathan Bailey, Wicked.
Where did this come from? I love him. I mean, he's so funny and charming in this movie. An effortless charm, but the nomination was so fucking weird, man. They love Wicked. All right, let's see. Kieran Culkin, right?
And the actor goes to Kieran Culkin.
Yeah.
For a real pain.
See Jeremy Strong? He's like, okay. The Succession boys. Maybe he'll thank Jeremy up there, fellow nominee. He's actually at an award show, guys. Let's see what he has to say here.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that is wow. Thank you, SAG-AFTRA, for this incredibly heavy award. That's why they put the thing here, I guess, right? I don't think there's any way anyone can hold this for 45 seconds, which is the allotted time, Adrian Brody, 45 seconds. There was no reason to take that shot. I love you. It's a joke. You take your time. Lord knows I will, because I didn't think of anything. It is funny that the heaviest of all awards is the one that is given by actors.
By the way, how did Andrew Scott not get nominated for All of Us Strangers?
Or Sister Mary Clarence, the Queen of
Like,
Wakanda.
by the way, I have my glasses on.
Should be acknowledged.
I can't see at night without them, to be honest
And
with you.
sometimes
Oh boy.
idols die.
Oh boy. Oh boy, this might be the This Is a Nora clip. That was quick, right after Complete Unknown. They just did that one. So yeah, they're going to talk about Anora. This is who I think your ensemble winner is tonight. The cast of Anora.
Life is is not one genre, especially the life of Annie. Her Brooklyn fairy tale
God,
begins with
she
a
is an
whirlwind romance
absolute
that's abruptly interrupted
divine
by reality
creature.
and a car
She
full
really
of
is.
hooligans determined to put her Cinderella story to an end.
It's one of my ghost faces,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yuri.
What is it, hooligans?
Tough guys?
You hit the lotto, bitch.
I know.
Bro, didn't I tell you?
Dude, we hit the fucking lotto. We did.
Your parents are gonna kill you.
I love my husband.
You do not know
We,
this guy.
the movie-going audience, cinema lovers, hit the fucking lotto this season with this shit, with Honora, because Amelia Perez was like this fucking close. I mean, of course, the Oscars are a week away, but I mean, it looks like it's Honora. And that's even before anything here. So,
Coming up, we enter the world of Emilia Perez as Zoe Saldana
Oh,
and Selena
God.
Gomez take stage.
no,
The best of the Carries with Carrie
no,
Washington
we don't need to
and
enter
Carrie
the world
Russell,
of Amelia
and the
Perez.
award for male actor in a comedy
Perez,
series.
or whatever the
Here
hell
at
it
the
said.
31st Screen Actors Guild Awards.
I'm a hater with that movie, I'll just tell you.
Please
A
welcome
little
Joey
homage to
King and
Cali. I
Jack
mean,
Wade.
it's Tinseltown, man. La La Land. It's like when those fires were going on. I'm all the way on the East Coast. I'm in North Carolina. Of course, I have friends and family there, but just, you know, of all the cities in America, that to not live there to hold dear
time for LA, everybody.
is Hollywood, is LA. I mean, if you love movies, you love that city.
Thank you. Thank you.
And
Joey and I are thrilled to be
that
here
was a
tonight
tough
as two born and raised
month or so
Angelinos.
for them. And
Don't
obviously, it's
underestimate us,
tough
LA
road ahead, too.
You know, we know.
And now, Selena Gomez and
Oh,
Zoe
boy.
Saldana.
Oh boy, where's Carlos Sofia Gascon, guys? What's the problem?
Emilia Perez was a magical collaboration where we got to sing and dance and explore the journey of being authentically yourself.
Emilia Perez is a ride unlike any other.
That's for
it's
sure.
Thrilling, it's heart-wrenching,
No.
and it's always one fabulously choreographed step ahead of your expectations.
Every once in a while, we get a movie that dares to be as unpredictable as life itself. And here she is, Emilia Perez.
Oh, Carla's there. Oh. I'm sorry. I was worried for a second, though. I'm not going to lie.
Exhausted. I've always considered horror to be a home.
Fuck yeah, Jenna Ortega.
What makes a great Scream?
I love the Scream Queen montage. I don't really know why they have it, but I love it. I think Jane Fonda's breaking the microphone. I came in. I wasn't recording during the TV stuff.
Have you ever heard the phrase? How does it go? Yeah, it's okay.
But she just got the Life Achievement Award, and
the flower show.
she's up there messing with the microphone, which is like coming out of the stage, you know, and just making like a weird hissing noise, and like you can hear her banging against it.
I love acting.
I love it.
You have to
I love it.
open people's minds
Sorry.
to new ideas. You have to
Dude, Jane Fonda's going wild during her
with the
Life
traumatized person you're
Achievement
playing,
speech.
right?
There's some weird shit going on. Another commercial break. Kind of like those commercial breaks, though. I went and got a beer. Let's go up here and check on Fuji's stream, see what he's doing. He'll be back on the channel this week, by the way. We're going to do our next in our series of Oscar swaps. Final round. Oh, God. Supporting actress female.
all right? Babe, I am shook at seeing myself in that Law and Order clip.
Guys, I'm pulling for Ariana Grande. Like, whoa. This is most likely Zoe Saldana's.
What if we told everybody to
Monica
take
Barbaro
drink
could
if
be a
they
huge
ever been in an
upset.
episode of Law and Order?
Coleman Domingo looks freaking divine, by the way. Look how fucking good this guy looks right now.
Let's do it.
Clean, bruh. Clean.
Star on Law and Order, Law
Clean.
and Order SVU, and Law and Order Criminal Intent. Take a drink now. I'm looking at you, Zoe, and the whole cast of The Bear.
All right, so
You
Zoe.
the one that killed your mom in that one episode? Love the performance.
Don't mind if I do. To the
All right, I got to be ready to freak out here. So if this is Zoe Saldana, No freak
And
out.
here
The
are
sweep
the
is confirmed.
nominees for a female actor in a supporting role in a motion picture.
Let's go, Ari. Monica Barbaro could upset.
Unknown.
It ain't no use in turning on your light, babe.
She's so fucking good in that movie, dude.
I never know.
So glad she got the recognition.
Jamie Lee Curtis, The Last Showgirl.
I like that. It makes you
What are we doing, guys?
irresponsible. I am not irresponsible. I'm thinking
Jesus.
of opening an IRA.
Although it's better than Everything Everywhere. Performance.
Whatever.
All right.
Danielle Deadweiler, The Piano Lesson.
Powerhouse.
What she do with herself? How she gonna live like that? Everybody got all kinds of questions, but Bernice, everybody telling me I can't be a woman unless I got a man. Well, you tell me, Avery. You know.
Damn, she's so good. She's such a good actress. I hope her time comes. I really do. She's been knocking it out. Here we go.
Wicked.
Did they have brains or not? Well, actually, don't make me. They were
Popular.
Right. It's all about popular.
Yes, bitch.
Zoe Saldana, Emilia Perez.
So they're going to announce it. The question is did the SAGs do something different? And this may actually tell us the rest of the night, really, because if they didn't do anything different here, I don't really anticipate them doing it in the other categories either, because they already gave Kieran the award too, don't forget.
And the outstanding performance for a female actor for a supporting role goes to.
Yep.
The actor goes to. You go for it.
Zoe Saldana.
All right. Damn. All right, well. Man. I can see the comments on my videos now. That's okay. And Ari's giving her a standing ovation. I mean, you know, Zoe gives a great performance. You know, she does. Let's listen to her speech here. And I'll give you a little commentary after. Let's see.
To be in this room is a true honor. This is my community. These are it's my circus. It's thank you to SAG and AFTRA. Thank you to my fellow nominees.
The sweep is imminent for Zoe and for Kieran Culkin. And so far, super boring. I mean, I'll just be honest. I mean, I'm a little surprised. I thought that. So, real quick, the thing with Zoe, I'm going to do a whole live stream after this. I'm sure my haters will come after me because I've been riding with Ariana all season. I think I knew, especially after the BAFTAs, that Zoe's going to win the Oscar. Knew it. This solidified it. Honestly, if Ari had won this, Zoe still wins the Oscar. You know, the controversy with Emilia Perez, in a weird way, I think helped Zoe. And I think that's evident now. The BAFTAs being an international body was a little harder to kind of say that, but now with that, plus the SAG giving her the award, and voting just ended like 3 days ago, so they knew all about that stuff when they voted. I think just shows that not only are they not like, you know, it's not hurting her, but I think it's actually lifting her up a little bit and kind of giving her a narrative because of how hard she's worked in Hollywood and the fact that this co-star of hers kind of almost put that in danger. So, look, it's a good performance in Emilia Perez. I hate the movie. Frankly, I'd be fine if it blanked completely. But she's going to win. She won tonight. Great. Congratulations for her. You know, same thing with Kieran Culkin. I think it's boring. I think that the SAG-AFTRA, there were other actresses, namely Ariana, Monica Barbaro especially, that were worthy. But now what I think, as I'm sitting here, is my other predictions may not pan out either, because I don't think the SAGs are going against the grain. It does not appear that way. And even when you look at like the TV awards, Hacks, Shogun, I mean, they're going with the favorites basically. They're going with the power players, the ones that are, you know, the 10-point favorites or whatever. So there's no underdog win so far that I've seen. So I expect Adrian Brody to win now over Timmy, even though I predicted Timmy. I suspect Mikey Madison will probably win over Demi Moore. I predicted Demi Moore. You know, that's the only one that's a little iffy because SAG does love the narrative.
For recognizing us.
But they're just not doing anything extraordinary tonight in terms of surprises. I mean, they're really not. So it's a bit of a bummer.
Thank you, FX. And
you know, one thing you can say about the CCAs, the Critic Choice Awards, was that they went rogue. They did all kinds of shit. You know, John Chu won director, Honora won picture, The Substance won screenplay. I mean, they were all over the fucking place with their awards. And of course, they gave it to Demi and Adrian Brody there too. But it was different. There were different outcomes that we didn't necessarily see coming. And the SAGs are a bit disappointing as I'm sitting here right now. Only 2 film awards so far. Well, 3 if you count the stunts. But a little boring. A little kind of expected. So the Oscars were already locked up for a lot of these categories. And I'm just going to tell you. Now, the only category that has a direct correlation to the SAGs that's not locked up yet is lead actress. If Mikey wins tonight, that's locked up. So even though that would make me happy because that's my favorite female performance of the year, I do think that it's going to make for an Oppenheimer level Oscars where it's just kind of like, all right, well, we know what's in the envelope, you know? And if something that we expect's not in the envelope, it'll be a holy shit shocking moment that everybody will be talking about on Monday. But otherwise, it's just going to go according to plan. So a lot of times I find that boring. And, you know, you want to get your predictions right as a pundit, and you want to be right or whatever. Like if you make a bet on a football game, you obviously want to win the bet, you know. But at the same time, as a film fan, and as a lover of so many different performances and films, you do want that love to be spread around, and you do want to be surprised. If I'm speaking on Ariana and Timmy, those are surprise picks that I picked upset wins. They both deserve it, but I think they would be considered upsets because of Zoe and Adrian Brody's sweep so far. And it's more exciting. I mean, you know, you could say whatever. I mean, you know, you could think Adrian Brody's the better performance. You could think Zoe Saldana is the better performance, but it would be more exciting to hear from somebody else on a televised award, because now going to the Oscars, they're already winning the Oscar. I mean, Zoe Saldana is already winning the Oscar. It does. If Jamie Lee Curtis won tonight, it doesn't matter. Like Zoe Saldana still has, it's engraved basically. Assuming don't get any love at the Oscars, which I'm 99% sure they won't. It's sad. It's sad that they went the entire award season, not counting the critics' group. I'm talking about on TV to the national public. They went the entire award season with no recognition for those performances. And, you know, I know I may be biased or whatever, but it's just sad. That's just sad to me. That's really sad to me. Same thing with Timothée Chalamet if he loses tonight, which now that I see kind of what they're doing, I think he will. You know, my predictions will be all fucked up, but that's fine because I wanted to make those crazy predictions because they were possible. First of all, I wouldn't have picked them if they weren't possible, but also because I did want that variant in the mix.
Please welcome new girl Loftmates.
Doesn't look like we're gonna get it. We'll probably do some more TV awards. I'll be back and see if they do shake things up here in a little bit. But I highly doubt it based on what I've seen so far. So they did a whole Gossip Girl thing for the intro to the Conclave cast, which is up for Ensemble today, which I think is fucking gold. Use the mic, Isabella.
A quick recovery. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'd like to say that we like to wish Pope Francis a quick recovery.
Yes. Dude, how fucking good was Conclave?
Thriller with a spiritual edge.
An absolute banger of a film. What a good score too, man. I don't know what to do with best score. I tell you, it's you know, he's a previous winner. It's got a similar vibe to it. Conclave. Now they do their in memoriam here. Is this the Diane Warren song? I think it is. Sorry. Anyway, that was beautiful. That was good. I think it was a Diane Warren tune though. The Journey. Are they trying to get Diane Warren the Oscar this year? Help her get there a little bit? I don't know. present Wicked as one of the ensemble nominees. I think this is the last one, right, to be presented as far as the nominees.
For every theater kid and theater fan, including the three of us and our entire cast, the film adaptation of Wicked was a dream come true.
Whether we saw it for the first time as kids or as adults, this story.
Poor Ari not getting that tonight, man. What an absolute shame. What I'll say about my fellow Ariana stans is what I'll say is that knowing the musical, the production, the story, and depending on how John Chu, where he goes with it, both characters, Elphaba and Glinda, have really interesting and like juicy arcs in the second half of the musical. So I would say,
Please welcome the president of SAG-AFTRA.
It's early for Ariana in her career, acting wise, and we could get something next year and for good. So I would have liked to have seen her win tonight, but at least there's that to hang on to.
Firstly,
Male actor. I think it's going to go to Brody.
First of all, congratulations, Lily,
I
on winning a Screen Actors Guild Award.
I predicted Timmy here. I'll put it on the screen for you, so I'm shooting you straight. I don't think it's going to go that way after what happened with Ariana. I think that if they were going to do something different, they'd be doing something different.
Congratulations to you.
I predicted Timmy, but I think we're looking at an Adrian Brody win here.
Incredible, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Coleman Domingo is a dark horse. He could also sneak in because the Screen Actors Guild freaking loves that guy. And so do I. So.
Wow, it was an incredible moment for me. At the time, I said it felt like if I spoke, my heart would explode. And it did.
And the 5 performers in this category have shown amazing heart in their roles. And personally, I can't wait to see which one of those hearts may explode tonight.
Let's do it.
And here are the nominees for
Come on, Timmy.
outstanding performance by a male actor in a leading role.
See what his clip is.
Adrian Brody, the brutalist.
It's a good performance. That's your Oscar winner, by the way.
Timothy Chalamet, a
Here we go.
complete unknown.
Well done, sir. Well done. Let's get this guy a fucking trophy, man.
I want to talk to you.
Still kind of shocked Daniel Craig missed the Oscar nom.
Without speaking.
Coleman Domingo.
There's
Sing
Coleman.
Sing.
Listen, you hear that? They fucking love him, dude.
No.
I mean, look how good he is, man. Listen, they love him.
Ray Fiennes, Conclave.
Oh, that's a really good category. All right, so again, I predicted Timmy. I want Timmy. I think it's Brody. Coleman Domingo, dark horse. Let's see.
And the actor goes to Timothy Chalamet.
This fucking guy. This guy. Oh my god. Dude. Holy shit, guys. What's he gonna? I want to hear a speech. I'm so happy. Holy fuck. Yeah, dude.
All right, raise this up.
Nah, man. It's you, dude.
Guess I'm just gonna talk low. I don't know how to get this up. All right, well, thank you. I was not expecting this at all. Truly. I'll start by thanking my mother, who I'm here with tonight. She has been working at Actors
Look at her.
for 40 years.
Look at her, man.
Stage
Holy
union.
shit, dude.
And I'll quickly run through this. I know the classiest thing would be to downplay the effort that went into this role and how much this means to me, but the truth is this was 5.5 years of my life. I poured everything I had into playing this incomparable artist, Mr. Bob Dylan.
Fuck yes, dude.
True American hero, and it was the honor of a lifetime playing him.
Oh
It's an honor I share with Monica, Elle, Edward, the entire cast, who in a genre doing a biopic that could be perhaps tired. Everyone gave it their all. So deeply grateful to them. And lastly, I can't downplay the significance of this award because it means the most to me. and I know we're in a subjective business, but the truth is, I'm really in pursuit of greatness. I know people don't usually talk like that, but I want to be one of the greats. I'm inspired by the greats. I'm inspired by the greats here tonight. I'm as inspired by Daniel Day-Lewis, Marlon Brando, and Viola Davis as I am by Michael Jordan and Michael Phelps, and I want to be up there. So I'm deeply grateful to that. This doesn't signify that, but it's a little more fuel. It's a little more ammo to keep going. Thank you so much.
Goddamn. Guys, that fucking my tears in my eyes, dude. This fucking guy. Oh my god.
Please welcome Colin Farrell.
Man. Are they gonna go right into a film award here? I gotta think about this. Holy shit. Timothy is
said that the job of
one of the best doing it right now.
To become the vessel for sensations.
They're gonna hit us with the best actress right now.
Serve the story, and I can attest that every woman in this category did just that.
Timmy deserves a couple minutes here.
Nominees for outstanding female actor in a leading role.
All right, so
in a motion picture.
I predicted Demi here, if for no other reason for the narrative.
Cynthia Erivo, Wicked.
Man, I am fucking bloating with Timothy's win. I don't know if you guys can tell, I was crying. I have been following that kid forever, and man, just like
Mikey Madison, Honora.
It's the Screen Actors Guild Award, you know. It's not the Oscar, whatever. But for him to be recognized by his peers like that, you know, I think he is one of the greats. I think he's on his way to being one of the greats. All right, let me refocus here. That really got me, guys. Man, I'm so glad that he won that. Okay, I picked Demi to win here. Like I said, the narrative's probably 70% of it, although I did love her performance. We're good on Carla Sofia here. But now I don't know, because they did a surprise win with Timothy and they did the expected with the supporting roles. So I really don't know. I would suspect Demi Moore here. Let's see.
The actor goes to Demi Moore for The Substance.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah. So, what a fucking roller coaster for the last 3 minutes, guys. Holy shit. So, my family's asleep. I feel like I'm going to go insane. I want to hear her speech, too. Real quick, while she's on her way to the stage, we have a race for the Academy Award. We have a race. For those of us sickos that love the tea and the drama, this is what we wanted, because now the predictions are going to fly. The breakdowns are going to happen. We're not going to know. One person will tell you this. I'm going to tell you something. The next person will say this. We don't know until Oscar night.
How heavy it is.
I want to hear what she says here.
Okay.
This is awesome for her, though, with her career narrative, for sure.
Extraordinary.
Sorry, I'm emotional during this last 5 minutes. I'm so happy for Demi. I really am. You know, Madison's my pick, but
Harry Gordon, Meredith O'Sullivan, Becca, Elise, and I just want to point
look how
out
emotional she is. I mean,
that
it's got to
as
be
I
like,
watched and learned, just to bring forward this idea that as a young actor, it was the casting directors and directors and producers who got me in the room to audition.
guys, what the fuck is happening here? Thank God I didn't do this live. Okay, they're doing a break. All right, so we'll come back and do ensemble, which I picked Honora. Okay, so let me collect myself and give you a couple thoughts here. God, I don't invent myself later when I have to piece this together. Okay, so you guys saw how emotional I was with Timothée Chalamet there. So, winning lead actor, I don't think it changes the best actor race. I think it's still Adrian Brody's. I think that one was an upset, but also not super shocking, because, you know, Brody was the only nomination for The Brutalist at the SAG tonight, which, you know, they didn't like the movie. I mean, you know, or at least they didn't like it to the level of, you know, getting enough multiple nominations. So I thought if anybody was kind of vulnerable, it was probably Brody there, The Brutalist. You know, I've already talked about how Ariana I chose her to beat Zoe, but otherwise my predictions were going according to plan because you had Timothy there and then you had Demi Moore, which I also predicted.
Of course I do. But do
I was
I
so
regret my decision to
enraptured in
paradise?
Timmy winning because I've wanted that so badly, really since I saw A Complete Unknown. Funny story real quick before they come back. I got about a minute on this break apparently. A quick anecdote. When they announced that Timmy was going to be playing Bob Dylan in the James Mangold biopic, like, I don't even know when they announced it, but I found out like probably 2 years ago maybe. And I did a video of my most anticipated films of the year for 2023 over 2 years ago when I found out. And at the time it was expected to come out then. And it had gotten pushed back basically an entire year, and it came out at the end of 2024. Well, on my anticipated movies of the year list in January of 23, I said that it was one of my most anticipated of the year, and I said that Timothée Chalamet was going to be nominated for the Academy Award. Didn't happen in 23 because it didn't come out. Didn't happen in 24 because it didn't come out. And then in 25, here we are, and he had the nomination. So I believe in that dude, man. I think that guy is on his way to, you know, the comparisons to DiCaprio make sense to me. I mean, he is on, I mean, he mentioned Daniel Day-Lewis and Viola Davis and a couple others that he thinks are the greats, which, I mean, he's not wrong. But, you know, he's on the Leonardo DiCaprio path. He really is. This is going to be for Ensemble. We got to tune back in here. Harrison Ford, by the way. Let's see what he says. So I predicted Anora here. I think Wicked is an upset. I think A Complete Unknown could be an upset. That's my 1, 2, 3. But really, it's a toss-up, especially based on what they've done so far tonight. All right, Harrison, you're on.
To date, I've had the honor of being part of over 40 motion pictures casts. One of the many joys of being an actor is the experience of the collaborative effort of the ensemble. Together,
I kind of want him to turn into the Red Hulk here.
Audiences and bringing stories to life.
After just seeing the Cat David, yeah, I thought it was great as the
Here are
Red
the
Hulk.
nominees for cast in the motion
All right.
picture.
So if Anora wins this ensemble before they announce her,
Complete Unknown.
that seals it. I think that wraps up the best picture with a bow. If anything else wins, I still think it's Anora's, but it'd be a little more interesting.
Conclave.
Now, Conclave is you don't want Conclave to win here if you're an Anora fan.
Emilia Perez. And Wicked.
Yeah, there we go. So it could be Wicked. A lot of nominations for Wicked, a lot of nominations for A Complete Unknown. I chose Anora.
And the winner goes to Conclave.
What did I just say? What did I just say? Holy shit. Pack me up and send me to bed, guys. I just said if you're on the Anora Best Picture train, you do not want Conclave to win this. Harrison Ford said Conclave 10 seconds later. Unbelievable. And I actually had Conclave like number 4 probably. I thought the order of voting would go Anora, Wicked, A Complete Unknown, Conclave.
Oh, wow.
See what Ray Fiennes has to say here. Love this guy.
I've not been
Man.
elected to speak. I've been designated to speak on behalf
Conclave
of
joke.
our conclave, our ensemble. We're missing the wonderful Stanley Tucci and
Yeah,
Ian
you are.
F. O'Byrne here. Has, I think, brought
gotta
us
breathe,
the
man.
gift of
I
our
gotta
community
breathe.
Of ensemble. Thank you to Focus, who have supported us.
I was
alongside
worried.
Here.
Sorry, I'll
They've
let
been
Ray
amazing.
finish here.
So,
Big takeaways are Anora underperformed at the SAGs. Oscar voting is closed. Don't forget that. Conclave got a notch in the belt for the potential upset at the Academy Awards. The only thing is, like I said, voting's closed, so I don't really know. I don't really know the effect. I don't. The other takeaway is obviously Timothée Chalamet. I mean, that was huge for me. The only thing that would have made this night better is if Ariana had also won for supporting, but Timothée Chalamet was my number one hope going into the night because he deserved something for that fucking performance. And the Screen Actors knew that. And I told you guys when I made my predictions that they are going to know that and they're going to recognize him for that. 6 years, 7 years, whatever it was, of preparing to play Bob Dylan, a guy that's still alive, a real person that is truly a legendary icon. That's my favorite thing of the night. And, you know, I wish Honora had got something to kind of solidify the strength that I think it has for the Oscars, but it didn't. So now Conclave is a little more sneaky, right? Demi Moore and the Mikey Madison race is going to be extremely exciting. I think I'm still going to pick Mikey Madison, at least as I'm thinking about it right this second. But Demi Moore winning was the best thing for us that want uncertainty. Probably still Madison's based on the resume on paper, but Demi Moore has a case, and she definitely has a narrative that Mikey frankly does not have. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do my live stream. If you're watching this later, like the day or a couple days after the SAGs, I also did a live right after. You can probably find that on the channel as well if you want to hear how I process all this in real time. But thanks for tuning in to this reaction of the SAGs. I'll see you out here next time, whenever that is. Man, I got to figure out my life with Timothée Chalamet. That is so exciting. I'll be out here next time in the garage.
Thank you.